Oh, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Is it afternoon somewhere?
It probably is.
Is it 5 o'clock somewhere? Oh, we're off already?
Emily is just posting links for social media, so if anyone on Instagram wants to hop on. Where's everyone joining from today? We are barely surviving in this heat wave. 9 o'clock last night, I look at the thermostat and it is still 106 degrees outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the sun had gone down.
Yep.
It is insane.
Horrible.
I think we were up to 112 yesterday.
Yeah. Yep. It was a scorcher.
I don't think the air conditioner has turned off.
And I'm sure it's that way for a lot of people. It's like crazy everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Our kids have wanted to go outside and play, but it's like, it's too hot. It's just too hot.
And they don't understand that.
Okay. All right. We have been having issues with our internet the last couple of days, and I think it's because of the heat. That sounds weird, but
I think it might be.
It might be, and so I'm hoping it doesn't interrupt our connection, but it's just been crazy hot here.
Yeah. What's the hottest that's been where you
Yeah.
guys are? Like, what's the hottest temperature?
Are you guys
Yeah.
in the same boat? I know Arizona is super
Nevada.
hot, and Nevada,
Yeah.
like us, because we're kind of
We're
Arizona
right
is really hot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, hey Linda.
Oh, Linda. That was my mom's name, Linda.
Yes.
And so, yeah. She was a wonderful lady, but she was funny. And so when we do funny things, we're like, okay, Linda.
I wish I was 62.
62.
In Oregon.
I would be freezing.
Oh my
Sounds
gosh.
awesome.
That sounds like it would be nice.
Like, it sounds nice, but I'm gonna be honest, I think anything below 80 at this point I would freeze, because
Yeah.
I run really cold.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Like, my feet, it's still 111 and my feet are always cold.
Mine are. Yep.
And
And we're
last-
always grabbing our sweaters up here. Even though we're hot,
It's the air conditioning.
we get the sweaters out because if we don't run the air conditioner, then we die later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Last night, I have to have like a heating pad when I go to bed to warm up my feet. And Brandon's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, yes. Like, it doesn't matter what temperature it is, my feet are always cold.
Yeah. Poor circulation.
I heard it was like downpour in Florida. I saw
Oh, wow.
someone post
Oh.
videos, and I'm like, can you bring the rain?
We really do need the rain
I
here.
Yeah.
love the rain.
I think we're going to be on water rations.
Well, they
Yeah.
already have they haven't like restricted our water, but they're asking us to water less.
Yeah.
And at this point, like, I read an article, it said, you're not trying to make your lawn look nice. It's basically just giving it enough that it will go like dormant, they were
Yeah.
saying. But I don't know.
We haven't
it's-
even been letting the kids use the sprinkler. Like, usually we let them have the sprinkler on the trampoline, and we just have it because it's
Yeah.
We're trying to conserve
serve the
water.
water.
So,
So, yeah.
We're
We
gonna
just-
take them to a splash pad tomorrow.
yeah.
Oh, that will be fun.
We're going to go in the morning, so it's not 112 degrees.
Yes.
But
That will be nice.
anyway, we have a lot to share. We have been sewing our little hearts away.
Yep.
I even have been
Yeah.
sewing.
I haven't sewed at all. I've stepped away, so.
Yeah.
She stepped away after the
Knife slashing.
knife slashing incident, the cutting slashing incident.
With the anger issues.
I don't know. I'm just sort of sewing fun.
So when she gets angry, she organized. Do you guys like all of our? We got all of our Christmas.
We got Christmas
We have
coming like
a
crazy.
ton
Yeah.
of fabric that needs to be listed. So
Yeah.
if you're wanting just yardage, that is
We're going to be listing
to come.
all of our, what is it, Bonnie and Camille, all the 30s yardage, a lot of yardage we're going to be listing.
Yeah.
So we have this thing when all of us are together, including my 2 other sisters, we will laugh, and then it ends with a and it's usually in unison. Okay.
People all know when the Moors are together.
Yeah. We all laugh the same. We are, anyway.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to quilting. So, you guys have been loving my little alphabet series, and I'm calling it that because I guess that makes sense. And I had a lady message me. You guys will just get a kick out of this. She was like, do you have all the letters, like, can you give me a comprehensive list of all the letters to S? Because I released S's for strawberry. And I, like, died laughing because
we only make them when?
I started these 4 years ago. And it started, the idea was to do all the letters in the alphabet. And I was like, it just was really slow going, okay?
Yeah.
Really
because
slow going.
usually we use the mini charm packs. And so when we get a mini charm pack, then it will inspire her to
Do an
alphabet.
Yeah. And right now, Moda is like the only
Mini.
manufacturer that does mini charm packs. And so I try and order the ones I love anyway. So she's thinking I have all the letters from A to S. And I just died laughing because I am like so unorganized. And I was like, we just have like 5 letters and I've been doing this for 5 years.
But it is hard because
But we
don't have the charm. I
Yeah.
guess if she really like focused and ordered specifically.
Yeah, we do have a Halloween that will be this year.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hint. It starts with a J. So that one will be this year also. We have a couple Christmas ones in mind, but we're waiting for the charm pack, the mini charms. So it is a slow going. I hope to have all the alphabet letters eventually, but
That's hard.
that's really hard. Emily suggested Y is for yam.
For what?
For
Yam?
yam.
Yum. I was dying laughing because we were like trying to think of letters in the alphabet. Okay, so the other night, these 2 were gone. It was
Yeah.
the weekend, and
Where was it? Oh,
I started making a tiny strawberry block. This was my tester. And it turned into this. S is for strawberry, or Mom thinks it looks like a radish.
I said
so
R
you
is
could
for
do
radish.
R is for radish, but I did S is for strawberry. So that is the latest. We have
The kit is right there.
we have kits. These are really affordable. They're really fun to make. You can buy more than one. They're great
Yeah.
presents.
Well, we've even had people like when they
They
bought
did
this,
the-
they buy 4, and then
Yeah.
they sit there and sew them all
Yeah.
together, and you
Like
can
a
either do a
topper.
runner or a topper.
Yep.
So
So the letters we have so far, A is for apple, C is for cottage, F is for flag,
P
H is for
pro-
heart, P is for present, and S is for strawberry. So we have 6.
yeah,
The original was Starbound. That's where I got my inspiration, was my mini Starbound pattern, but I didn't name it S is for star. It's just called mini Starbound because I have
Yeah.
yeah.
a mini and a big one.
And that's like our most popular one that we
yeah,
do.
the Starbound.
Because it's
Yeah.
like a generic.
But S is for
Yeah.
strawberry. Look at that cuteness.
It is so cute.
Very cute.
So cute. If there's a letter, only 20 to go. I know.
Right?
I was literally dying laughing at this lady.
Well, and
because she just came across our shop recently, and I'm like, I'm just like really like
We just fly by the seat of our pants over here.
I do.
We do.
Pretty
And
much.
my designs come at me, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, and we
We're,
have
like,
we have
sporadically.
a process, and
Yeah.
we're gonna do a fun video about what a day in a life
We're
of a
not gonna
bolt
do
a
a
day
fun
in a day in a life of a bolt of fabric in Primrose Cottage Quilts studio.
It's not even a day.
It's a month,
It's more
several
than
months.
that.
It's like it comes to the door, the kids bring it upstairs, and it sits on the floor.
Well,
And
it
then-
usually goes in the office.
Yeah, it usually goes in the office. And then after a little while, it will come and it will get on this shelf. It will come to this shelf.
Yeah.
And then after a while, then it goes over to the shelf over here where I sat, because then it's more in Lindsay's view. And then after we figure out a pattern, it comes over to this shelf where the kits are cut. And so it does a full circle.
It's
like
moved
a rotation.
6
It's like a
times.
big rotation. It's like, how many times are we going to move that fabric? And then after it's gone through all the kit cutting, then it gets moved downstairs
to be listed.
to be listed as
Or it's
yardage.
cut up.
Or it's cut up
Yeah.
into bags. So that's,
Update. I did list more scrap bags. I don't know. Have they been selling? I listed
I haven't
the rest
checked.
of the scrap bags. I have not listed the scrappy scrap bags,
The
which are
scrappy scrap bags.
really scrappy, like literally the smallest scraps we had.
Mm.
I just haven't gotten there because I don't have the motivation to take pictures and post it. But there are fat quarter bundles, mystery scrap bags available. If you are still interested, if you liked that, if you like the surprise.
Also, they're really good pricing.
yeah.
They're priced
and
to
they're
sell.
literally like not like old fabric. It's
No,
pretty
it's
recent, you know.
all new fabric. And they're,
So.
yeah. Sometimes it's pieces we've accidentally cut wrong.
Yeah.
And we've had to, you know, it's like whatever. It happens.
Yep, yep,
So.
yep.
Anyway.
Hi, Erin. Glad you could join us.
Yeah.
All right, so I've teased this a lot, and I just haven't had a chance to sit down and get the pattern written, but this is,
She's gonna get it written.
yeah.
Like-
It's on my list today to write.
To write.
Well, I don't want to promise it's going to be in the newsletter tomorrow because really my day, I don't know how it's going to go. So this doesn't even have a name yet. Do I need to go back?
How about Chicken Little?
Chicken Little. So it is a longer runner,
Yeah.
but I'm going to do 2 size options. So you can do like the 3 chickens.
We could do the 3 chickens without the little.
Yeah, and then
Things.
I'm going to do a size that's like, let go of this side. That's like this.
Where it's just.
And
So it's like the patchwork on both sides and then the chicken in the middle.
It's weighted. It's all spring chicken fabric. The
Yes.
line, Moda, who? Sweetwater.
And we are gonna have kits.
Kits and chicken goodness. I love it. The
Yes.
grays are so fun, and I did little pink hearts for their
Feather.
wing.
Wing. I don't know why I'm here.
To entertain us.
I was like out of it.
Look at this one. The gray print, those are tiny daisies.
Yeah. I love everything about this fabric line. It's
Yeah.
so cute.
It is really cute.
And then this cute
I
one.
love the color palette. I love the
It'd be
tiny
so
prints.
cute in a country kitchen.
Yeah.
It's so cute. So cute.
Henny Penny.
Oh,
Oh.
Henny Penny, that's
That's
cute.
cute.
My
That's
mom
cute.
actually worked in a cafe when I was growing up, and it was called the Henny Penny.
Oh,
She was
you
a-
gotta call it that.
She was a waitress at the
My
Grandma was a waitress?
What
Yep.
in the world?
at the
I would
Henny,
have never
at
guessed
the
that.
Henny Penny.
That's cute.
Aunt Sue can verify that until I tried to burn down the house.
That's a story for another time.
Yeah.
Wow.
But anyway, yeah, the Henny Penny. That's cute.
Did we show this?
We have not me and Mom showed it, but I
We
thought
showed it.
we could show it because we have listed the pattern.
Oh,
of this.
okay.
You can now get it. If you did not get the cottage box, you can now get this pattern that was exclusively in the cottage box.
Well, then Henny Penny is the perfect name for that. Yes,
Yeah.
it is. Okay, so this is berry pie. This was in the summer cottage box.
Lindsay's gone through a runner stage. I love this. It looks so cute on
Runners
the
are
camera.
our friend. They are cute.
I love anything strawberries.
Yeah.
I
Anything
would.
strawberries, cherry.
It's called
love
berry,
fruit.
berry pie is what it's called.
In fact, I think my nails. So I've done cherries on my nails
And strawberries.
and strawberries. I think I'm gonna do little watermelons. I have. We do have a watermelon pattern
Here, I
in our shop. It's called Summertime.
We
So-
ought to make something out of it.
We should rekit that one. It's really
Yeah.
fun.
It is a fun one.
Last week, so it's really funny. I never know what the
What's-
response will be when I put something out there. And
Something is so simple can go crazy.
will be the most popular, and
Yeah.
things that I'm like, this is amazing, will be like, "Mm," and it's just weird.
Yeah.
And this was something I just started making. I wanted to sew something. I didn't want to think very hard.
And it was a week
I
that
didn't-
I wasn't home.
Yeah, she wasn't home. I just wanted to sew. I didn't even write, like, I just did this as I was going. I made up, I didn't design it first. I just started sewing these blocks, and I was like, so it's called Luminescent, and it's stars, which are my favorite.
As anybody knows that Lindsay loves her stars.
Yeah.
We've had several comments. Sometimes they're like, did you design only stars? But she does a great job.
Very
So this can be used in any fabric. It would look fabulous. It's one of those projects that I feel like are,
I think a dark Christmas would be
yes,
really
I
pretty.
actually thought
That
Christmas,
would be
Halloween,
Yeah.
anything. It's just, it's so eye-catching. And
If you just had some yardage and put
that's
it
all I did is I
together.
cut out it's literally 3 pieces of fabric will end your binding. And I just was like, we have a lot of this, I want to make something, and I just went to town and
That's what she
That's so
got.
cute.
and that's what I did.
I wouldn't.
These sold
I feel
out
like-
very fast. We do not have any
Yeah.
kits left, but you can get the pattern. So that
Maybe we'll have to make one out of
we'll
Halloween.
we'll re-kit it.
Yeah, that's.
'Cause that,
Halloween for sure.
yeah.
I'm ready for Halloween.
Me too. I'm over summer already.
In fact, last night I just finished designing the cutest Halloween cross stitch. So
It's going
Just gonna
to
put
be
that out
sent.
there.
It's going to be sent to the stitcher.
anyway, so another one Mom whipped this one up on Monday.
This was
I
fun,
think it's
easy.
so cute.
I love this pattern. It's great for your mini charm packs.
And
And
it takes very little yardage.
we got these mini charm packs.
Very
They
late.
came later, I feel like. I feel like this line was supposed to come last month, but it is very 4th of July. There's little flags and stars and bunting. This pattern is called Sunshiny Day. And I just love it. I love the
cute.
border and the stars, how they're incorporated in the border. It's a great size for your table, or you can hang it on your wall. So
Yep.
we have kits of these.
Yeah.
Very fun, very patriotic.
Very cute.
I think it's adorable.
It's just so bright and happy. And I love everything that's bright.
It is cute. Someone said your color placement is awesome. I agree.
Mom
it's just
did a good job.
very bright and fun.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the bright, fun red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
It's not like your Americana or your dark colors. It's really a bright one.
It's very bright. It's very festive.
Yeah.
And I have both color palettes in my house.
Yeah.
Like I have the darker Americana look, and then I have my bright 4th of July because I like both.
I like both too.
Same goes with Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have my tree is more rustic and like the dark saturated colors, and then I got a second tree last year, and it's more bright, fun Christmas colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
I
no
like them.
rules. You
I
don't
like
need
all
any
of
rules.
it.
You don't have
Yeah.
to just stick
Yeah.
to one color scheme. In fact, Mom changes her her what she likes depending on who she's with.
Oh, yeah.
So like when she's with us, it's all the brights.
Brights.
When she's with Aunt Sue,
It's all the dark.
it's all the darks.
I
Yeah.
So-
like everything too. It just
But-
depends.
When we first started sewing,
I was always dark.
it was
I
dark
love-
everything.
I
Mom
love-
bought dark everything.
I love Silver War. I
Yes.
love the Silver
It's
War
so
fabrics.
pretty. It is
and,
very pretty.
and I had a really hard time coming out of the dark side and going to the light side. And Lindsay's helped me with that. And
Well, I feel like I didn't make you.
No, she didn't make
I
me
feel like
that.
I'm being like the
But it-
villain here that
no.
says you can't have dark
No.
fabric.
But it has helped me to appreciate all the different
Yeah.
all the different kinds, because I was always with the dark, and then when I moved down south to be closer to these guys and stuff, I was like, I need something light and pretty to
Yeah.
make me feel good in my room and
Yeah.
everything, because I was just going through a
Yeah.
rough patch, and so it just having that brightness just
And Lori
really
Holt was like the
Yes.
beginning of the Lori Holt thing,
Thing.
and all of her fabrics
And then
are just
that's
so
when
bright and
I
happy.
just-
Yeah.
and I love all of her fabric. Every time she comes out with a new line, I have to have a bundle or
Yeah.
two, and then I end up making 2 or 3 quilts.
I like
So, and then I'm
I-
a huge 30s. I should go get my favorite quilt, my very
have-
first
yeah, we need to
30s
ship-
quilt. And
Wait, which
I
one?
have begged Lindsay to make this pattern, and she don't. And it was it was one
Oh, yes.
that
know
I
what
had
you're
just
talking
started
about.
quilting, and you had just started working for another company.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've got this 30s fabric. I want to make something out
I think
of
I
it.
bought that fabric for your birthday.
You might have.
It was a really cute line.
Should I go get it? It's
Is
my
it the
fav-
one I'm thinking of with the kids on it? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the design is pretty
Is
elementary.
that the red and turquoise one?
Yep.
Oh. We released this too, but it sold out. And this is mine. I finally get a gingham quilt.
I'm having a hot flash. It's like, feels like 900 degrees up here, you guys.
No, it's fine. It's just
We want
you.
to see it.
Okay, so here it is.
Wow.
It's so busy.
Let's see if
Did
you-
I
It's so
did I
busy.
design this?
Yeah. Well, she just, and she didn't write it.
I
or
didn't write it.
anything.
I
She just told me the
Here.
sizes, what to cut, and I was like, okay. And so it's kind of like, it's a middle block. See, it's got a middle block, and then it's kind of like a circle. And she just sat there and says, okay, now just use this to do this, use this to do this. And that's what I did.
I didn't write a pattern.
There was no pattern.
And the green is the background. That is like really
Yeah.
unlike us.
I know.
I wonder why we decided to do that.
I have no idea.
It is
This-
really fun.
This is my favorite
It's
quilt.
broken in.
It's
soft.
broken in, it's soft.
I need to
And
break
then-
in some
and
of
then
mine.
it's got this really
This is
soft
Bonnie and Camille. This is
flannel.
old.
This is flannel. And I'm not kidding. This quilt is my favorite.
In fact, I think we always this is a broken in quilt.
Yeah, it's very soft.
don't we all have those quilts that you break in and it's been washed 10,000 times and it's like,
I do,
okay,
and I don't know what
can't
I'm
give it
gonna
up.
do when it's like can't be
Yeah.
fixed.
And this is one of my favorites. And I go on a little trip sometimes. This is the one I take. This is the one I
I have that too.
I put on my lap
Mom made me a strip quilt for my
Yeah.
birthday, and I take that sucker
everywhere.
everywhere like I take it on vacation. That's like my take
Yeah.
on vacation quilt because it's heavy. I like how heavy it
It
is.
has minky on the back.
It has minky on the back, and it's pieced on. It's a strip quilt. It's bright and it's happy, and
Yeah.
it's so broken in.
Yeah.
But yeah, we need to have her make something like this, and I think we called it the Cheerio or something. It was like I don't know, but
I don't remember.
it was just fun and easy, and
I do remember buying this fabric.
you do remember because
I do.
It's so 30s.
This actually was my favorite piece right here. This floral.
What fabric is what line is that? Do you know?
No, I don't remember the name of it or the person who designed it. I want to say it was a Riley Blake line, but I can't be for sure.
Yeah.
It is so cute.
Yeah. But I think we all have
Adorable.
those we all have those.
Oh, American Jane. Yeah, it could be American
Oh,
Jane.
it could be. It could be. But it's my favorite
crazy.
quilt, and I normally don't let anybody else use it, and it's not really huge.
No, it's a good size.
I mean, it's just a nice size, a little bigger than a lap quilt.
Yeah.
So,
That's how mine is too.
yeah.
Mine is a little bigger than a lap quilt, and I
Yeah.
just take it everywhere.
Because I did, when I first started sewing, I let the girls, I was a huge Missouri Star buyer. I would wait up until midnight until their deal would drop. And then I would go buying. And I loved their jelly rolls because I loved doing the jelly roll quilt. And so I let them all pick
You're not gonna
their
show your
own.
jelly roll?
Yeah, I will. I let them all pick which one they wanted, and then I made it, and they all got a jelly roll quilt. And so
Yeah.
let me. The girls, they don't like this one.
I
like
like
it.
What
it.
did you do with it?
You keep saying I don't. Oh, it's on. I had to set it down there. Maybe not.
I like it.
I have not said I didn't like it, so I don't know why. You
I'm
keep
never
saying
gonna
it.
live
The
that down.
girls.
I just said, wow, that's really busy. But that's what strip quilts are busy. And my
Lindsay
quilt, that's my
doesn't
favorite,
like-
is a strip quilt. I don't know where to
think it's
put my
cute.
eye. Like, I have a hard, like, when I design quilts, like, I like places to rest your eye.
So we
Strip quilts, you don't really have that option, I feel like.
we got this fabric, and it's the fabric that was in
The
the box
cottage
kit.
box.
And we only had like 9 pieces, and so I added some pieces to it.
I'm
And
just gonna.
they're
show.
like, "Oh, it's so busy," but I just want it. For,
I think it's cute.
I want it for a picnic quilt. And then like Katie was like, "Well, you got white together," but that's the way this strip quilt does. Is you never know what pieces are going to go next to each other. It's just the way it is. And so
I think it's cute.
It's very patriotic. It would be a perfect picnic quilt
yeah. Oops, sorry.
for your 4th of July.
Yeah. I think I'm just gonna put some flannel on the back so when we do
Yeah.
go outside or
if I
whatever,
just, like,
it
totally
can
flashed everybody.
it can be like on the ground or whatever. But yeah.
I actually really like strip quilts because they are heavy, and I think it's because all of the seams, they're very close together, and it just adds, like, that's a lot of fabric in your seams.
Cool. And then usually like I would buy like a jelly roll, and then I always bought enough of the fabric to do like a 2.5-inch border all the way around.
Yeah.
And then I would buy like one of the big pieces, like a big print.
Like the focal print.
Like the focal print to do like a 6.5-inch border. And then that way
It makes a good size.
it makes a good size, you know, for a great big, you know, for a movie quilt. It's just a nice snuggle quilt. So, yeah.
Mom made us each one.
Yeah.
I use mine on a regular basis. Do you? Emily actually
she don't
said,
use her
I
quilts."
don't like using my quilts.
I didn't say I didn't like it. I just don't. I'm like a comforter person.
Yeah.
I don't sleep with the quilts we make. I
do.
sleep with
I
a
do.
down comforter. That's what
I have
like.
certain ones, but then I also have ones that I don't touch.
But I cuddle. I have been cuddling with my Pine Valley quilt lately. And my huge minky quilt that Mom made me.
Yeah.
Because it fits me and Sawyer, so like we snuggle together.
Yeah.
There
If you
go.
come into my house, there's quilts everywhere. They're being used and abused.
One day, was it Kathy that came over and the kids were all downstairs and we went downstairs and we heard them down there playing. But they had spread all the quilts all over the floor, all over the kitchen floors, everything. Like they were all laying on the floor and they were like jumping, you know, like kids do,
Lava or
playing.
something.
Like the floor's lava.
Yeah. Kathy was like, oh my gosh, you're letting them do that to your quilts? And we're like, they wash.
I make
They're
my
used.
quilts to be used.
Yeah. There's certain ones that we don't.
I have a handful that I'm like, I don't really use. They're more to put on my ladder. But
Yeah.
honestly, it's a
If
free
it's
for
a
all with quilts.
masterpiece, you don't use it.
I
Well-
don't agree with that. I feel like I put all of, so whenever I give a quilt to somebody, I always say this is not meant to just be looked at. I want you to use this
Yeah.
quilt. Because like I give quilts to my in-laws, my sister-in-law, like I love giving quilts
yeah.
and I always say use it.
Yeah.
I didn't spend all this time for you to just look at it.
Yeah.
Quilts are meant to be used.
Yeah.
That is my feeling. I know people make art quilts and they make masterpieces
Yes.
and I can see that. But everything that I make, I feel like can be used.
Yeah.
Like it's not like,
Yeah.
you know, like
Yeah.
Mom said, it washes. And
It
my
washes.
kids, they all have a Christmas quilt. They all have a bed quilt.
And then
More
they
than
also-
one bed quilt.
yeah. They
and
have snuggle quilts.
They have snuggle quilts. They have lap quilts. Our family room has quilt after quilt after quilt.
Well, and when we're all
We have
together,
quilts
we sit there.
In the
We all.
storage unit, it's
Yeah.
that bad.
When we're all together, we're sitting there as just hanging out as a family, and there's not a space to be set because there's all of us. We all have a quilt on us.
Everyone
Yeah.
has their own quilt.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
I
it's
love
fun.
it. It's like my favorite thing to like see that everyone has like a quilt,
Yeah.
Yeah.
a
It is.
different quilt. And I do want to get to the point. We've just made like lap Christmas quilts for the kids. I would love it if we all had like a Christmas quilt for our beds
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Because like the ones we made them, we actually let them like pick out
What they wanted.
what, and they were like panel quilts. So we're like, here, pick a panel, and then so they were really easy to put together. But
We just got the Grinch
Grinch fabric.
So if you guys remember, I made a Grinch. What is that called?
Embroidery.
Embroidery. And I'm making pillows, and I'm making Grinch quilt for Sawyer, my son. And I can't wait to do his room in Grinch, like for
Yeah.
Christmas.
That'll be
I
fun.
love Grinch. I did order quite a bit of it, so I'm not sure
What we're gonna make.
what
out
we're
of it.
gonna make. So we'll definitely keep you posted.
It's really
Do we want to
cute.
show that one now?
Sure.
And then we'll do this one. So Mom whipped this up.
Literally, from start to finish.
Tuesday?
I started it. I made it. I quilted it. I binded it.
So this is Fancy Flowers Patriotic Edition.
And it's out of the 30s.
I need help. I'm like, I need help. Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
It's out of the 30s. So the little middle square has the puppies. Isn't that adorable? It is so fun and so cute. It turned out
And
fun.
look at the back. It's tiny little hearts.
Yeah.
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Kits, this will be released in the
news-
morning in the
yeah,
newsletter.
In the newsletter.
Oh, I love it so much. Yes, my mom is amazing.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Can I watch YouTube?
No,
Yeah.
later. It is summer. Kids are
No,
home.
there's something on Minecraft.
Hey, in about 10 minutes.
Lord have mercy. I'm done. Just kidding.
Well, it's hard too because it's like, I know it's hot everywhere right now, but like literally like when it's this hot, you don't go outside.
Yeah.
It's too hot, and so we can't be like, oh, go play outside, go ride your scooter, go ride your skateboard.
It's already 95.
It's too hot.
Yeah.
All right,
So anyway, so this will be in the newsletter. Fun stuff.
I love that one. Are you keeping that one?
Any more luminous
I don't
quilt
know.
kits?
I don't
sold
have any
out.
room to put anything more.
We are sold out of luminescent. I'm sorry. We do want to rekit it for like a different fabric line soon.
We will. I think we ought to
I
make,
think it's super cute.
because we are going to be doing Christmas in July. We're going to be doing some projects, so maybe we'll have to do a Christmas one. And then Halloween. There's got to be a Halloween one.
I just can't wait
So
for Halloween projects.
we will be making one of each, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So
All right, and then we've shown this a few times, but
we actually got all the fabric in, so we're kitting it.
this is going to be a kit. And it will be a fun little sew-along. It'll be a quick and easy one.
Yep.
What?
I said yeah.
It'll be a quick and easy sew-along. The dates and information will be
Coming
in the
up.
newsletter.
Yeah.
So this is my Happy Haunting pattern. Emily and Taylor, our
Lovely.
lovely
assistant.
employee, they spent time cutting these. It has everything,
Backing and all.
backing. You guys,
I love
this
the-
line of fabric is so adorable.
Someone said a sew along. No sew along. Or
Yes,
there-
it is a sew-along.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Oh, I guess we're doing a sew
Mom
along.
is
Well, I'm in the process of making the blocks right now
to get pictures.
to get pictures and everything.
It'll
And
be
so
low key. It's not like
It's only gonna take. I mean,
it's a really easy
yeah,
project.
It's really
Let's
easy.
pull it up again.
Someone said, I'm always nervous to buy kits in case I mess up and don't have enough material to finish.
Oh, you know,
I try.
We actually put,
a little
Yeah,
extra. I have to
we-
tell you real quick. My sister, one of her good friends, bought the sew along the month one back over here, and she actually called my sister up the other day, and she's like, I have never bought a kit that was so generous in the extra fabric. That she's bought kits from numerous companies, and she was like, it was wonderful, the extra
Yeah.
fabric that because we always go a little bit
I
more.
always try and round up when I do my fabric requirements because we've all made cutting mistakes.
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
In fact, we do it all the time.
yeah.
Like, and so I don't want you to be like, oh, I made a mistake.
Because a lot of times we'll cut until we have no more fabric, and so if you contact us and say, can I get an extra piece? I mean, we'll scramble and we try.
Yeah,
but
most of
there-
the time we can find something, but
there are
it's very
times-
rare that we get people
Mhm.
needing more fabric because like I said, when I do fabric requirements, I try and round up.
Yeah.
If it's really close to let's say if it's really close to that quarter, I do 3/8.
Yeah.
So I usually round up 1/8 of a yard, and that gives you a little room.
And usually what we'll do is when we do start a new project, she'll say, okay, I'm thinking we're going to do fat quarter cuts. And so she'll give me everything that I need, what you guys would have. And then I keep track and go, this is only what I had left.
and so I'll
Yeah.
round up,
She'll
or she'll
round
be like,
up.
I needed to cut another piece.
Yes.
And so
yeah.
I have actually gotten that comment before about how we are generous with our kits, and that's I would really, because a lot of people will buy and they don't make it for a while.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
they don't necessarily
They
make
stash
it for
it.
this season. They
Yeah.
can, because a lot of our stuff, if you don't buy it, it's gone.
Yeah, it's limited.
And as
quantity.
you guys know, fabric is usually only printed once. There's not a lot of companies that will do reprints of fabric lines. It's pretty rare.
Mhm.
And so it's, I would hate to be in that position where I messed up and I couldn't get the fabric.
Well, and we stick with only really one white and one cream. I mean, all the time with the white.
My favorite white, and I get asked this a lot, is Moda Bella Off-White 9900-200.
Yeah.
And it is the white that is in all of our kits.
Yeah.
So
we've tested a few different kinds, and that's the one that I just told her. I said that's the only one I like.
It has it goes with everything.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect white
I would say we probably have already bought a warehouse full
of white. I know I'm always ordering white and that's another thing. Somebody had commented, I don't know if they left a review or messaged me, I can't remember. And they were like so excited that our kits come with backings. And almost all of our kits come with backings. And I like doing that because the worst thing is when you're like, oh, I finished, but I don't have a backing.
And you want to have something that kind of matches.
And so our backings and our kits may vary from person to person, but it's always from that line of fabric. Yeah. So that's another thing that
Lindsay
we do.
Always orders more from the line, even if she's like for this one, it's like, I don't think this one is in the kit.
Yeah, this piece isn't in the actual
front part,
but it is in the
bought a
line.
couple of bolts just so we had enough for backings.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
What else do we have to talk
Everyone
about?
likes that you do the backings.
yeah.
She said, one lady said that she's not good at picking out the material.
Yeah.
Well, I'm with you. Like, who wants to go think?
No,
Like,
I'm
I
a
don't.
big kit buyer. I was from the beginning of time.
I just want to like have it shipped to my door, and I can go right to my sewing machine.
Yeah.
I don't like having to go pick colors and stuff. It stresses me out, and so I love, even to this day, like Lindsay will say, okay, we're gonna do this with this line, and I make her tell me where she wants to place it. She has to tell me because I just not good at that some days.
And it's interesting because now as a pattern designer and like now that we do kits, it comes more natural to me, and it's just like, I don't know. Like I didn't realize that people needed that help.
Yeah.
And it just
I would
is
say more than not, people just
they need help with like fabric placement and putting fabrics together, and I love doing I love putting fabrics together and seeing what works.
It's
and
fun
from very early on, my mom always is like, you need to help me pick these out, and when it was like that many years ago, I didn't really think about it as being like, oh, not a lot of people have that ability to just pick things out, which I'm happy that I love putting fabrics
It's
together.
fun to watch her, especially when she's in a big store that has multiple and stuff. But it is also fun when she's here and we'll say, hey, we ought to put a bundle together to sell. And it don't matter. I mean, she'll sit there and pull from 3 or 4 different lines and companies, and they all just they look like that's what they were meant to be.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch her do that.
And you have to have like color theory.
Yeah.
And Emily knows that, like the color wheel and knowing what
That's what
contrast.
someone just said,
Yeah.
It's actually more
It's
more
a
goes
science,
into it than I
Yeah.
think you think.
Yeah.
But
We don't even, when you're doing hair, you don't even like color hair before you learn the color wheel. Like, you have to know color theory.
Yeah, I just love colors, bright colors, and picking fabrics.
Colors
What are
and
you laughing at?
I got my top at Old Navy a couple months ago.
I love her top.
A couple months ago.
In fact, we were at Old Navy, and I
and she
didn't
did-
even know she had it, and I picked it out, and she's like, I just bought that. So I didn't buy it. She's like, well, you know, we just couldn't wear it on the same day, but I didn't buy it.
Someone said, look out, Kimberly. There's some new girls in town, and
There's
that's
a
why I
new
was
girl
like,
in town. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, thanks.
I think it's just fun that Lindsay has her niche and she is the brand. Like, I say that all the time. I'm like, Lindsay's our brand.
Yeah.
But, like,
She
if you
does
think about
awesome.
it, you could call us kit specialists. Like, that's the majority of what we sell.
Kit specialist. No.
Believe me, though, we suffer when she gets in her
Oh,
in
man.
her froze mode, and
Oh,
then it's
man.
like,
burnout
and then
like,
it's burnout, and then
yeah.
we're like, oh, we don't know where to turn. It's like our leader.
If I'm
isn't
being
here.
completely honest with you, I had a burnout a couple weeks ago. Like 2 weeks worth of burnout.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything.
That's when I leave town.
It just, like, and I mentioned it before, you get in the zone and you have like this creative flow and it's coming and you can't get everything out, and then sometimes there's nothing, and then it's like, oh, like literally I had,
Go.
It's been 10
Okay,
minutes.
go.
okay, that's fine. I had 2 weeks of just,
Yeah, go.
I was very like unmotivated and very,
We were worried about her.
yeah. And I think, like, I do have, I don't know, a creative mind that it's like I'm always, there's always so much in my mind. And I can't get it.
It's like the hamster's constantly turning.
It
It's
is.
just constantly running.
And I had a huge
I just
burnout.
could see a hamster in the wheel and it just derailing. And
It-
that
it-
was
it
you.
did.
That was me. I
Like,
rolled,
it
I rolled
derailed.
off. Like,
She
I
rolled
rolled
the-
off
yep.
into no man's land.
Yep, the hamster took a dive, and we were scared. We were
It is
scared.
scary because sometimes I think they're like, is she going to run out of ideas?
I don't think that. I think
I
it's
don't.
just
I do.
really.
I just don't
Like,
know.
am I going to run out?
I just don't
Like,
know what to do with myself when that happens, because it's like, okay, should I work on something of my own, or should I? Because then I'll work on something of my own, and she'll say, you can't show them that because we can't make it. And I'm like going, yeah, but it's for me. Why
Because
can't I
when
show
we
them?
show things, it's like people want it and I can't deliver.
Yeah. And so she's like, you can't show them that.
Like, they'll
It's
want
more
it.
of, yeah,
They'll want it. And so, I don't know about you guys, but burnout does happen. And
We
I
all
feel
go
like I'm
through
getting
it.
back into my flow.
They think it's funny that, like, Emmy asks me all the time, how do you sew every day? How do you just sew every day? And it's something that I love and I enjoy. And I mean, believe me, there's sometimes I come in and I'll tell Lindsay, I'm not sewing today.
Yeah.
I'm not in the mood. And so I'll cut all day, or run the machine, or do other projects or whatever. But
Yeah, we
most
all
of the
have our
time-
times where we're
Yeah.
a little burned out.
But
of-
I'd say
different
95% of the time I'm up and sewing by 9 o'clock every day, and I love it. It gives me great satisfaction and accomplishment when I sit there and see that I
yeah.
make something.
I'm not there. I don't think I'll ever be there.
Well,
I
I,
like
think
it,
we're
but
very similar in the fact that we get bored of monotony.
I do. I get.
So I have a hard time making quilts that are the same block
All the time.
repeated.
yeah.
Like by the third block, I'm like, do I have to continue this?
There's so many quilts I finished for her.
I like get like half done. I'm like, here, mom, here. And so it's like my brain
yeah.
craves like new things.
Yeah.
Like I always want to start new things.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a serial starter,
Me too.
and so is she. It's like,
My personality is like I get about 80% done and I'm done.
See, and
I'm
I
just
get
kidding.
stressed out because it's like, I feel like I get all this stuff stacked up, and it's like, oh my gosh, I've got to get this finished. I got to get this one
Yeah.
done. And it drives me crazy.
And then I'm like,
Yeah.
do we really need to get it done?
Yeah. We do.
but you know what?
Mom's the caboose.
Isn't that the truth?
We all have very different personalities, but we all work, like they work together.
Yeah.
And same with like our two sisters that aren't here, we all provide something
Yeah.
to this family business, and it's women and empowering. And I feel like, when I look at where we started
Yeah.
to now, like, I get the goosebumps because I'm like, I don't know, I just feel so blessed. And yeah.
It's fun to have all the girls together and doing things.
And I wish we all lived closer so we could all be on the YouTube together.
Yeah.
I think you guys,
It-
we're loud and annoying, I kind of think. And so, like, if we ever do a retreat, like, I think we need to have them sign a consent.
that we're
We're
not
not responsible
We're
for
not
the words that come
responsible.
out of our mouth.
we're liable.
What happens at retreat
Stays at the retreat.
stays at retreat. No, just kidding. No, I feel like what you see is what you get
Yeah.
with us, and I just
We have
it's
fun.
We have fun, and that's what this is about. And we try.
When it's not fun,
Nobody's
I'll
happy.
be moving on. Just
Yeah.
kidding.
Good to know.
I'm just kidding.
Actually, I am looking for a personal assistant.
Yeah.
Part of my burnout is I do
You
get,
just have too much.
I have a lot on my
Yeah.
plate to make sure everybody is going.
And it
Like-
feels like that when we tell her what to do, we're nagging.
I'm a nagger.
We're nagging.
So
And-
I came up with the idea.
Yeah, she's like, you need a personal
I said-
assistant.
Why don't you hire a personal assistant?
Yep.
And teach them how to do, because she's tried doing it with me, but it's just not me. Like, I don't know what I am.
We don't know
But
what
I'm not
Emily
that.
is.
I like the shipping. I actually like
Yeah,
being
Emily does all of our
downstairs.
shipping.
I don't mind being in charge of that, but I'm like, you need to just teach someone to do everything you do and go get you
Yes,
a
Linda,
snack.
if you could live
Linda,
closer.
just move. The house behind us
Is
is
for
for
sale.
sale. Come be our neighbor. Somebody. I need a personal assistant, and you have to, like, put up with me and my quirkiness.
Yep.
And I have, like, very...
And be strong and sit there and tell her, no, you're not doing this. This is what you're doing
Yeah.
today.
Because I get on, like, sidetrack paths all the time.
But then us girls, we constantly are like, I need this. I need this.
And so I'll start doing that, and then it's like I have to get back to what I was doing, and then I'm like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that.
That's funny.
So, yes, I am going to start posting for a personal
Yeah.
assistant that can come in and keep my
No.
butt on track.
Yeah.
It's just,
Yeah.
Finding somebody local. So
Someone asked if we ship to Canada. We don't. But you
I,
can buy all our PDFs.
We-
I'm sorry.
Emily and you, I can, we need to have a talk about that because we do get asked a lot why we don't ship to Canada. And I think the number one thing is, like, the shipping costs. Like, we can have, like, Etsy calculate shipping costs, but sometimes it's a real pain in the butt.
Yeah.
And so most of the time we have, like, a flat rate, and so I just need to figure that out.
Yeah.
yeah.
But-
It's-
I wish
it's
it
a
wasn't
little-
so much
it's
to
a-
ship to
maybe
Canada.
It's
Yeah.
a little bit more trickier, and also it's like we just feel bad that it costs so much to ship to you
But
guys.
I guess if you guys,
But if you're willing to pay for that,
yeah.
Some
It's-
people are. I mean, I've bought stuff out of the country and on Etsy and
All
I'm
right.
just still with it.
What else do we have to talk about? Do you guys have any questions?
Open question.
What's
and
something
answer.
you want to see coming up? Like, is there something specific? We're getting ready for the Christmas season, so if there's something, I would love to do another mystery Christmas sew
Yes.
along. Do you guys like that? Would you want to do that? Last year we did a full-size quilt, and it was gorgeous.
You need to post that
I still
quilt.
haven't posted the pattern.
I have like a list of things she's
Which one?
never listed.
See, she doesn't even remember.
I don't remember which one.
I don't
Which
even
one?
know what it's called, but it was gorgeous.
Deck the Halls was the cross stitch.
Glad Tidings?
Glad Tidings.
Glad Tidings. It's
so
gorgeous.
pretty. Post
Um,
it. I'm
Okay,
gonna-
maybe I'll get that posted for Christmas in July.
I
It's the one that's
I'm
like the big.
horrible.
What is that
It's
called?
a medallion style
It's a
quilt
medallion.
where you have like your center block and then it works out with borders and
It
each
has
border
the
is
stockings.
different.
It's kind of like that color palette with the stockings.
So cute. My new Christmas pattern and kits
gonna-
legacy we will be releasing
On next
It's
quilt.
cut. It's ready to go, pretty much. So.
And the quilt is
So
done.
pretty.
I'm actually going to be
I could
taking
grab
it.
it.
I'm going out of town next week, or this week for a week, and I'm going to take it to
That's
bind.
the kit.
if you guys want like extra like fabric loveness fills.
Look at this
That's the
kit.
whole kit.
This
It's
is the
so
whole-
pretty.
This is the whole kit, and it is gorgeous. Every person I have shown,
Cream.
everybody I've shown this quilt to in person,
It is beautiful.
they're like, I want a kit. I want a kit.
It is timeless. It is classic. The blocks are amazing. I mean, if you look at this fabric.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
It is really
We
pretty.
are getting Christmas Morning by Lola Boutique. We planned a project. I'm not sure which one.
Yes, cinnamon stars. And we also are planning another one. Like I said, we have so much in store for Christmas.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna just so
Every week we have been sending out newsletters every Tuesday and Friday for quilting, and then Thursday is the newsletter that Katie sends out
Limited
for cross
amount of
stitching.
kits.
This is
So
limited amount.
this is coming out in July. I will try on Primrose Cottage Quilts. I'm really trying to be more like this is coming.
Yeah,
So
you're ready.
So you're ready.
yeah.
it is a big quilt. It is a gorgeous quilt. It'll be your favorite quilt.
If you don't need,
And guess what? I
Yeah.
get to keep this one.
yeah.
Mom said I could keep it. I don't need another Christmas quilt, but this one I was like, I want this quilt.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful quilt. I put flannel on the back, and it. Oh my gosh.
So we will debut it next QuiltTube,
And the kits will
and
be
the kits
available.
will be available then.
Next.
Next
Is that
in
July?
2 weeks.
In 2
It's
weeks.
the first. It's the first
Is it in
Thursday.
July?
Yes, it's the first Thursday
Emily will check
in
for
July.
us.
I think it's the 2nd. I think it's July 2nd.
It's the first.
Oh, it is the first.
So July 1st
Yep. Will
is
be
our next QuiltTube. We will all be here.
yes,
Or
Yeah,
will
that's
you
right
be
before.
gone?
No, my
Oh.
vacation. We leave
on the
a few
2nd.
days after that.
Yeah.
The 3rd or the 2nd.
Limited amount.
Yep.
It's beautiful. You're gonna want it.
Yeah.
You're gonna want it.
I think
It's-
I'm gonna have to make it like a runner or something with the fabric because it is so pretty.
Yeah.
It is really pretty. I don't need another Christmas quilt until a new one comes.
I
out.
need another Christmas coat. I actually don't have very. I have a lot of
I
Halloween.
love my Christmas quilt. I
Yeah.
I love them.
Anyway,
What did she say?
who said what?
Somebody said something.
It delays on here.
Oh, it's
Oh.
delayed.
It's on the darker side. Yeah.
It is on the darker side.
is.
That's my favorite.
It's
I
really
love
rich. It's really rich, dark red and blacks
That's
and greens.
probably my favorite
Yeah,
Christmas.
it's
It-
not your bright.
I'm not a
It
bright Christmas. I'm a dark, rich Christmas.
And so if you've been on our QuiltTube before, I've kind of talked about my process of designing patterns. This pattern I designed was for this fabric.
Yeah.
They sent me Riley Blake. It's a Riley Blake line. They sent me some swatches. They're like, "Do you want to design something for this?" And I was like, "Heck yes, I do," because it's amazing. And it is very classic looking because I felt like this print right here is very classic Christmas.
Mhm.
The poinsettias, the dark, rich tones,
It is so pretty.
and then
Is it a sister line to the one that came out last year with the stockings?
well, it's the same designer.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's why
Yeah,
it looks
that's
very
nice.
similar. So this one is much more dark than the one we did last year. It was more bright. And then it has this green. Like I can't
love
even
it. It's a
like it's like a sage. It's a
Yeah.
sagey green and oh, I just love it so much.
You just messed up that whole system, didn't you?
I sure did. Sorry.
my kit. It's fine. It was just my example. I had to order bigger bags to put it in because
Yeah.
we didn't have a big enough bag to put it in. So it's ready to bag. Just need bags.
We're waiting for the bag. We're waiting for the bag.
Do we need bags then?
The bags are on the way.
I think the bags already came. There's a whole.
No, those aren't the right size.
Oh, okay, because
All
there's
right.
a
Those
big
are our
shipment that
traditional size we use. I had to get a bigger size.
Well, I think it's time to go. I really have a lot of work to do.
came. Yes, I've got tons.
Mom's
do.
working on a new pattern.
Yeah, I gotta
She's
get
going
that.
out of town next week.
I'm going all week. I'm gonna go puppy sets. I guess friends,
Yeah.
dogs, and that. So,
So
I'm gonna go puppy
I gotta
set.
get her
Loaded
looking
up.
on some projects, and then be sure to
Like
and subscribe the video.
Hit the bell.
I was gonna say, ring the bell.
Is that what
Well,
they say?
I don't
Well,
know.
you hit the bell so it notifies you when we go live if you feel like you're missing it.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are awesome.
We'll see you next week with an all new floss tube.
Yes, the pattern will be sold.
with
You
the,
need the PDF and the paper.
Yeah.
We'll
This
have
one.
those listed separately in the shop.
Yeah.
All right.
sounds good.
So we will see you guys next week.
You guys stay cool. Stay out of the sun.
Yeah.
And if you're in the sun, find a hat and sunscreen.
All right. We will see you guys next week.
Have a
Bye.
wonderful
Bye.
week. Bye.